Welcome, humans! It's me again, Chief Scout Whitetail. So you're wondering about what hamster should you get? The Hamster Scouts are here for you. You may be tempted to choose one of us based on our cuteness, but that's impossible. They're all cute. There are 5 species of domesticated hamsters. As you can see, we all have different sizes, colors, and shapes. The Syrians are the biggest and the hobos are the smallest. But before you elect your friend based on their photos, the first thing you need to check is if they are available in your country or state. Step number 1, availability. There are countries and states that don't allow hamsters at all, like Vietnam, Australia, Hawaii, New Zealand, and many others. Because the climate in these places is very similar to our natural habitats, if some of us escape from your house, we might reproduce and become a teeny tiny environmental problem. Like a full-blown hamster army that will eat your crops and conquer your land. I'm sorry. Some other places are less protected, less restricted, and they might allow 2 or 3 species. And some, like most of the US, allows you to have any of the 5. But in states like California, you need a permit so you can own a Chinese hamster, for example. Step number 2, behavior. Now we will take a look at the behavior of the hamsters to find out which one is the best match for you according to your age, previous experience, and expectations. Warning! Because we're small and cute, we are sometimes given as pets to tiny humans, but that's not always the best choice. Taking good care of hamsters is hard work and demands responsibilities that a small human pup without supervision can provide. Also, keep in mind that kids younger than 8 years old don't have the motor skills to handle a pet without help. With that being said, we must let you know that we are all nocturnal animals, which means that our party starts at dusk and we'll keep it going till dawn. So keep that in mind if you are an early bird or if you were looking for pets to keep you company during the day. It is also important to point out that hamster personalities are like human personalities. We may have things in common with others of our species, but you wouldn't say that all Homo sapiens are the same, right? Many consider the Syrians the best hamster for beginners because they are the biggest and least agile, and that makes it easier for inexperienced hands to catch and tame them. Also, if they escape their cages, these big guys are easier to find. Good luck finding your missing hobo though. We'll never forget you, Charlie. Syrians tend to be friendly and easy to tame, but they can get easily bored and need a bigger variety of stimulation in its cage. Moving on to the dwarfs, like myself. There are 3 species of dwarfs. The winter whites and Campbells have similar needs, but as you can see, different colors. Actually, it's really difficult to tell us apart just from looking at us. You have to develop trained eyes to see different shapes of ears and noses. To make things even more confusing, there are many hybrids of the 2 species, but we usually all have similar behaviors. We get a bad reputation of being aggressive and biting a lot, but again, it all depends on the hamster. There are very aggressive Russian dwarfs and also really friendly ones, like me. We are smaller and more agile than the Syrians, which makes us harder to tame for beginners. But if you're kind, respectful, and take our time, we can easily become friends. If you have some experience already and love really small hamsters, the Roborovski Dwarf is the one for you. They are the smallest, fastest, and they have great amounts of energy. There are some people that say they are the hardest to tame. What would make sense, because they were the last ones to be domesticated by men. But still cute as hell, and many of them like to cuddle. Now, the Chinese. They are the ones with longer tails that look more like rats and mice. They tend to have a shy nature, and because of their size and speed, they are also kind of hard to tame. Some people say they are more aggressive than the other species, which doesn't mean they won't connect with you. They are wild at heart, and it's beautiful to see that. Step number 3, should I get more than one? Perhaps, but not to live together in the same cage. Never, ever, ever in the same cage. Do cannot do this. Hamsters are solitary and territorial creatures. We do not get lonely if we don't live with other hamsters. If you try to house us together, we might fight to death over their space in the cage. So, I think neither you nor we wanna go through that. So please, adopt one per cage. Which brings us to step number 4, cage necessities. There is no way around it. Hamsters need proper cages to live healthy lives. The good cages usually aren't the ones in the shelves of pet shops. You can check our video about hamster origins in the wild and see how much territory they need in nature, so you understand why they need a cage this large. The minimum required to make a Syrian hamster happy and healthy is 800 square inches. So, if you don't have the space necessary to have a cage this big or the means to provide it, this hamster perhaps is not the right one for you. The three dwarfs and the Chinese are considerably smaller than the Syrian, so they require less cage space. The minimum for them in many countries is around 500 square inches, but this is not the ideal. You should give us at least 600 square inches. The bigger is always the better in this case. If you see us biting bars, monkey climbing, or just really looking bored, perhaps it's time to upgrade the cage and give us more space. And this is non-negotiable, amigos. It is our mental and physical health we're talking about. Step number 5, climate. Many people think that because some of us are from deserts or because we live in the snow, we are resistant to high or low temperatures, but they could not be more mistaken. Although hamsters come from different places, we all live in burrows and underground tunnels. We live in them both to avoid the heat of deserts and to avoid the cold winters. We like steady and nice temperatures actually. The climate in your house should always be around 65 to 75 degrees. Temperatures below 65 could make your hamster enter in hibernation state, which is very dangerous for them. Unlike bears and wild hamsters, domesticated hamsters don't do well with hibernation. It seems like they're asleep, they don't move, and their hearts slow down. This condition is really dangerous and can lead to death. Take your hamster to the vet if you spot any signs. On the other hand, temperatures above 81 can cause heat strokes. A heat stroke occurs when the temperature of the animal's body gets too high. Hamsters then get dehydrated and can lose their lives if they don't have medical assistance right away. This is a really important topic, and if you cannot keep us warm or cool enough, perhaps you have to rethink if you're going to have one of us as a friend. Step number 6, gender. Should I get a male or female hamster? Scientific studies usually fail on distinguishing the behavior of hamsters based solely on gender, and many of them have conflicting results. Some people say that females can be more aggressive and males more calm and fearful. But again, this is not solid science. Still, it is important to point out that female hamsters are more prone to reproductive problems than males. So, you have to keep in mind that you have to watch out for these problems and rush to the vet as soon as you see them. Also, in this camp, we support and encourage adoption, always. But if you're going to buy one of us, pet stores usually keep us in poor conditions and crowded cages, which may result in the pregnancy of the female hamsters. So, it is possible that you have a big surprise or a lot of small surprises when you come home. Step number 7, life expectancy. Which species of hamster lives the most? That's a sad thing to hear, my friends. But we all live around the same time, usually from 1.5 to 2.5 years. Some say robos can live a little more, around 3 years, and winter whites a little less. But it all depends on the hamster and the life you give them. Yes, that's sad. But if we lived longer, we would definitely conquer the world. So actually, you guys are lucky. That's it, little scouts. There is no magic formula to find out which hamster is the best for you. But we hope that these tips will help you find a good match. After this, tell us all about what hamster you decided to adopt in the comments below, and let us know if you want us to make a whole video about them. So don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next class. Bye!